This is lesson 1, and this is what I like to call Know Your Fretboard. We're going to focus in on just 2 strings at this point, and those 2 strings are your 2 lowest strings. This one here, the top one, and it is an E string, and the one underneath that, second lowest string, is an A string. They sound like this: E, A. Now, we're going to start with the E string again, which is the 6th string, and we're going to move up using our first finger. We're going to move up to the 3rd fret. And this is a little phrase I like to use to help you remember this. 3, where we are now, 3 is G. So remember, 3 is G. That's a G note there. It's just the 6th string I'm talking about at this point. Now, if we were to move down to the 5th string, you would get, on the 3rd fret, a C note. Now, here's the G again, and here is the C. If we move this whole thing up 2 frets, now we're on the 5th fret. Again, we're starting on the 6th string. This is an A. And moving up to the 5th string, still on the 5th fret, is a D. Now, how you remember these 4 notes that we've just learned is through a simple phrase. Go back to 3 and remember this. He played the 3rd guitar chord on the 5th autumn day. So just remember the first letters of those words. He played the 3rd guitar chord on the 5th autumn day. And what you end up with is G, C, A, D. Guitar chord, autumn day. He played the 3rd guitar chord on the 5th autumn day. Now this is lesson 2, and so far what we've learned is 4 notes, and believe it or not, through those 4 notes we can now create a song. And how you do that is as follows. It's based on something called a 1-4-5. I'm not going to go into exactly what that is. You can look it up. But here is a 1-4-5 in the key of G. So again, we said 3 is G, right? So 3 is G. There's your G note there. And if we move up 1 string, we know that that's a C. Now, here's what's different. Instead of going autumn day up here on the 5th, we're just going to go to day. So we're going to go guitar, chord, day. And if you look at that, that's a 1 in the key of G. That's a 1, a 4, and a 5. A 1, 4, and 5, you will notice as we go along, always looks the same. If it's in G, it looks like this, which is 3, 3, 5. If it's in G sharp, it looks like this, which is 4, 4, 6. And if it's in A, it's like this, which is 5, 5, 7. So going back to it, a 1-4-5 in the key of G would be G, C, and D. Simple as that. So instead of playing notes now, we can translate that to full chords. I'm assuming that we've learned our chords, so here we go. G, C, and D. 1, 4, 5, 4, 1, 5, 4, 1, 4, 5, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 5, 1. Now lesson 3 takes that one step further and actually makes it look easier. You're still going to use a 1, 4, and 5, but this time, instead of going to a full G, C, and D, we can translate these notes very simply into something called a power chord. And what a power chord is, essentially, it's 2 notes. Sometimes it can be 3, but most of the time, it's 2. And those 2 notes are always whatever the bass note is. So in this case, it's 3, 3, and 5 that we did before. So we got G, C, and D, right? But now you're going to play this string as well as the A string, and you're going to take your 3rd finger, or if you can't quite reach, you can actually use your baby finger. But you're going to try your best to use your 3rd, because that's the best way to do it. And then you're going to play on the 3rd of the 6th string, and 2 frets up from that on the 5th string. So 3 and 5. So the 2 notes should sound individually like this. So instead of going